We made it. We made it. All right, let me just set this up here. So, pro tip, if you're recording a long form video, also set up another camera to grab you vertical view so you can get short form content. Your vertical content. All right, that's going to be good there. Shell, I don't know if you're on, but shout out to you for always supporting me. We almost didn't make it, y'all. We almost didn't make it. And whether it's going to be me in here or whoever watches this replay, thank you. Thank you in advance. Oh my gosh. If rolling with the punches was a day, today would be the day. This was supposed to be at 12 noon, and like at 11:40 something started going down, and at 11:59 I'm like, yeah. Reached out to my VA and I'm like, pull it, can't do it. And then I was like, okay, false alarm, we'll do it at 12:30. So thank you to my VA, Diana. And thank you to Shell. Thank you, Shell. All right. So this actually was on my spirit this morning. I was working out and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this live. This is actually my first live on this channel, Nat Knows. If this is your first time seeing my face, I'm NATASHA Bazille with soldbynat.com. Associate broker, home selling, new construction, and relocation specialist with Virtual Properties Realty in Georgia. Sold by Nat is my consumer-focused channel, but over here on Nat Knows, I provide education, insights, and info to real estate agents. And if you don't know, now you know, I wrote a book called The Ugly Side of Real Estate. For people that are thinking about getting in the business, newly in the business, or people that have been in the business for a while and, you know, need some encouragement, some energizing, all that good stuff. So check it out. It's available on Amazon. But the reason for today's video is we are going to be discussing the NAR lawsuit, the National Association of Realtors lawsuit, the verdict, and really for agents, how to stay focused. Yeah. So how this came about, I was on my second on something or watching something like a podcast or replay, something. It wasn't a podcast. It was a replay. And someone asked a question about it and they would go down a rabbit hole, and they would go down a rabbit hole on the negative side. So if you don't know me, I'm gonna let you know this about me. I, thank God, err on the side of optimism. Hope thrives me. So I don't do really well when it comes to negativity. We can be realistic, you know, deal with reality, but I just don't live on the side of being pessimistic and woe was me. Oh, this is going to happen. Crawl under rock. The sky's falling. I don't do well with that. And the two instances that I saw, one was before the verdict came out, and then one after the fact. The people asking the question, they asked the question to get like feedback from the person that they were asking the question to, but then they kept harping on like, this is the most awful thing. This is just the end of, like, I'm just like, well, I wanted to reach through the screen. Like if I was the person they were asking that question to, I don't think I would have done very well with it. Hence why I haven't gone out and started a team and done all of that, because I know when you're on that platform, people want you to do a lot of coddling and tell them niceties and hold their hand. And I'm just like, let's keep it real. Let's get to the business. Let's onward and upward. I'm that type of person. So yeah, I'm just not going to waddle in misery with you. I'm just not doing that. So that's how we got here to this live. It was just sitting with me. So essentially, the lawsuit, you could look it up, but the lawsuit was against NAR. And it was about, and I have notes here. It has to do with these three categories: how much agents are paid, who's paying it, and like NAR rules. And then I've also been looking into it a bit, and I've seen different spins on it that included other things. So that's going to be another thing that I talk about. Like you're going to see like people spin this in different ways and bring up other topics. Yeah. So you can look it up and see what the lawsuit is about, but I'm going to caution you there. Like, don't go down the rabbit hole. Like if you're an agent, you got to stay focused. Like the sky is not falling. All right. So the verdict came out. They lost. NAR lost. It was a $1.8 million lawsuit. They are going to be appealing. Like, do your research. But they are going to be appealing. Things that I've heard is that it can be tied up for years and all of this. So nothing is changing tomorrow. If anything is changing, and then some things for me, it was like, well, that was business as usual anyway. So it's business as usual for me. But I could see how this messaging going out, this hype that's going to be being perpetrated. No, that's not the word. Whatever, you know the word I'm trying to say. But what's going to be fed in media, I could see how it's going to be discouraging to some agents. How yeah, they already had naysayers out there, how they're going to take it and run with it and do all that stuff. So I'm doing this live to offer another side, hope, encouragement, all that good stuff. So we talked about the lawsuit, the verdict, the appeal. I will share my 2 cents on this regard. There are, on the side of naysayers, there are people out there that don't see the value that agents provide. Some people see agents like a used car salesman. No offense if you sell used cars, hey, do you? But some people just don't see the value. So you're going to have naysayers anyway. They existed before, they're going to exist now. This being my 13th year in real estate, I wrote a whole book on the ugly side of real estate. There is work that goes into real estate. I get it. I know what I do. I know I provide value. My clients will tell you that. I'm just going to put it out here on Front Street. If it ever came down to it, which it's not, I don't see it coming down to it, agents not getting paid to be agents. But let's just say, worst case scenario, it came down to it, I wouldn't be an agent. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I would not be an agent. And you may say, well, you should just be doing it out of the kindness and goodness of your heart. Would you go to your job for free? No. While I love what I do, I love the people that I work with, all that good stuff. I love helping people build generational wealth. I love all that good stuff. To keep it a buck, there are other things that I would do that are less stressful that I could get paid for. So I'm just going to put that out there. In regards to, because I'm sure you're going to see this pop up somewhere, somebody's going to make a reel or short or some foolishness. Somebody's going to share this. Sellers not offering a commission to buyers agents. My 2 cents. If sellers were to do that and offer zero, yeah, I think that's going to jack them up. Okay, let me pull it back a little bit. If sellers were to do that, yeah, it's. I just read your comment. You threw me off a little bit. Okay, I got you. I received that. But I got frazzled, and I'm going to tell you. Well, I'll tell you why off camera. Why? But I'm gonna push through it, and I'm gonna get this done. But if sellers say they're not offering any buyers commission, I think it would lower the people that are coming to see their homes, because there are buyers out there that really understand that they need people to represent them and to provide their insight and value and everything, that they need help in this transaction. The other thing is buyers working directly with the seller's agent. That's called dual agency. Some states allow it, or some companies allow it. Not everybody does. My thing is, don't understand. Well, yeah, for me personally, I don't see how someone can fully represent two sides fully, 100%. You're like, yeah, I just don't see how you're going to fully represent the interests of both sides fully. But some people do it. Some people do it. What you may see is one person represents as a client, the other one as a customer. Okay. All right. So, point number one, the sky is not falling, agents. All right. So, just know that some states operated like this anyway. As far as who pays what and the percentage, there is no set rate. There is no, you have to do this. That doesn't exist. Or, well, I'm in the state of Georgia. And different states do things differently. So this is not like just new to the whole industry of real estate. I already talked about, like, there's going to be hypes and spins about how this is spun in the media and clickbait titles and things like that. Naysayers existed before; they're going to exist now. I've talked about the negative Nancy's and the doom dance. Uh, Be in the know, but don't obsess about it. You could still have a great career in real estate. You can still serve people in real estate. Uh, be in the know, but don't obsess. And yeah, if you want to, yeah, I don't make it it's not my ministry to go out there changing people's minds about real estate agents, in the sense that I'm going on forums and blogs and trying to convince people. I don't do that. What I do is just show up for my clients, and then they see the value I provide, and then they tell their family and friends, and they see it that way. Okay. Number two, working with clients who want to see you compensated for your value. So there's a couple of components here. First one, disclosure. Agents should have been disclosing anyway. Like I said, there was no standard. Sellers didn't have to do a certain things. We've already been seeing, like, some sellers doing reduced commissions. Some, and I say some because it's all kind of pricing strategy and market strategy. Yeah, that's a conversation you have with your agent. Like, if there's 5 homes in the area, 4 of those homes are offering 3% commission, and you're going to come offering lower than that, may not be the wisest thing, right? So it's all, a conversation that you have. I will share that my policy is, and this is definitely something that you want to implement, change that conversation of, I'll represent you. I'm your buyer's agent, and it doesn't cost you anything. You definitely need to stop saying that. I've been stopped saying that. My conversation and my home buyer's consultation is, my fee for service is X%, is 3%. If what the seller is paying is less than 3%, then you're responsible for the difference. Again, I said I'm doing this during my home buyer's consultation. So I'm already going through everything else with them. They're seeing the value that I'm providing, and I don't get pushback, right? So it's all in delivery and expectation, and also who you're working with. So definitely, if you're not having those conversations, you want to start doing those now. What else about that topic? Oh, I also wanted to share that I say 3%, but I know of a new agent, his commission is 5%, and he gets 5%. No pushback from his buyer clients. So do not feel like, oh, I can't do that because everybody else is not doing it. If that's the value you're providing and that's what you want to charge, that's your fee for service, and you do that. All right. Next one up is also on the line of disclosure. I've always been told like you don't say like the standard because there really is no standard. And if you're not sure about those types of things, make sure you get a refresher on an ethics class. Uh, we're gonna go to value next. So you definitely want to be talking about value, showing your value. What are you doing differently? And listen, you get what you pay for. I had an experience with this on Friday. I took my daughter to a cheaper braider. Yeah, that's a whole story. It wasn't on my accord, but she went to a cheaper braider. And when I tell you the little money that we saved, I spent it on frustration and time. And I'm like, never again. Never again. You get what you pay for. And I have something in my one of my consultations that says if you think it's expensive working with a professional, um, if you think it's expensive working with a professional, wait till you work with an amateur. So you get what you pay for. So you have to show your value. Also, service and the guidance that you get, that you also have to show them that because people don't know. People, if they've never worked with an agent, they don't know. And especially if they may have heard maybe a negative experience from somebody else, they don't know. So you have to show your value and share stories about, okay, like for example, one time I had someone that had an appraisal come in $90,000 below the contract price. $90,000 below contract price. And the appraiser refused to use any of the comps in the neighborhood, the exact house, it was next door, same floor plan. The appraiser refused to use it because he didn't agree what was going on with what was going on in the market, refused to use it. And I ended up taking them to another lender who got that FHA appraisal thrown out, which is not an easy thing to do. So I was able to guide them through that process and get them to the closing table. That's not something that AI or just some online service or something somebody could have helped them with. They needed some actual guidance there. So share those things, negotiating the inspection report, negotiating price and things like that. Share those things to show your value. Also, when it comes to the actual work that you're doing, you can Google this, like to show like all the different things that are going on behind the scenes that agents are doing that the clients do not know about. And I think that's another reason why people think agents don't do anything because they don't know. They don't know. Sometimes it's silent and they just think we're just twiddling our thumbs, out getting our hair and nails done. When we are following up with the lender, we are negotiating, we are coordinating, there might be little mini fires popping up and they don't know anything about it because we're resolving it. We are coordinating all of that, but they don't know about it. So share the work that you are actually doing. And then also on that note, there are agents, if you got in this business and you did not realize the work that was associated with real estate, go ahead and check out my book, again, The Ugly Side of Real Estate, because there is work involved. And you will see agents leaving the business, maybe getting other jobs because things aren't as, I don't even want to say easy. Yeah, the climate isn't as conducive as it was a couple of years ago when the interest rates were like 3 and 4, and everybody was buying and houses were flying off of the shelves. Now interest rates have hit eights. So work is involved. For me, who started in a down market, I'm like, okay, we're getting back to, what I was kind of used to, because we're still not back there. Houses are still moving. We're still not back there. But for the agents that started in the market where everything was blowing and going, I can see why they're like, well, what is going on? Because that was not normal. That was not normal. Okay. This is the time where you want to get serious as an agent. If you haven't been, if you started when it was blowing and going, if you kind of slacked off, we need to get back in and dig our heels in and get serious. Let go of the excuses because agents know what they need to do. We know what we need to do. Most agents just, they get kind of comfortable and lax and don't do the things that we know we should be doing. But we got to let go of those excuses and including, like you need to have your schedule. People will work harder for, an employer or their 9-to-5 job than they will for themselves. So you got to check yourself and it's time to buckle down and get serious. Actually do the work. You've attended all of the CE classes. You've attended all of the courses. Now it's time to do the work. All right. Enlist help. You may need to join a mentorship program, a coaching program. You may need somebody. And that's okay. You may want to join a team, and that's okay. You can visit natnosre.com, and on there is a quick quiz. Take that quick quiz and find out 3 steps that you can take to pivot your business, right? So that's something quick that you can do. Last one up on here are the type of clients that you are working with. So I could see this lawsuit maybe having at some point, because this isn't happening tomorrow, at some point down the line one day, maybe having more effect on the first-time home buyer, because the first-time home buyer, the traditional first-time home buyer, is saving up for down payment and closing costs and everything else. Will they have money to come out of pocket to pay for an agent? So when I'm thinking of who would this affect the most, that's the person I'm thinking of, the person that does not have a lot of money saved. So I did want to mention that. So if you are only focusing on first-time buyers, maybe now you want to start adjusting. Who else do you want to start marketing to? Again, this is not happening tomorrow, but just thinking long term. That's another thing I talk about in my book, like thinking about where you want your business to go in the future. Also, there are also non-traditional first-time home buyers. Like I have first-time home buyers where their purchase was $500,000. So when you think of first-time home buyers, don't always think of they need down payment assistance, because that's not always the case. Just want to throw that out there. And then lastly, this point was working with clients who want you to be compensated for your value. And that takes me back to the clients that I am blessed to work with. Listen, I have clients, we are out looking and they're like, are you getting paid? Like, are you getting your full commission? Like they are checking with me on me because they want to make sure that I am good. Like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I'm so grateful for those clients. And those are the clients that you want to work with. And if you're the agent that's like, I want to work with everybody, everywhere, and doing everything, start niching down. Start thinking about your client avatar. I think I'm jumping ahead because that might be the next one. But who are the clients that you really enjoy working with? What are the areas that you enjoy working with or want to start getting into? Start thinking about where you want to expand. What other areas of real estate do you want to get into? That kind of thing. All right. So that's it on that topic. And then we're on the last one, which is at the end of the day, staying focused on your goals. All right. Change is constant. The only thing constant in life is change. Constant in life, and it's constant in real estate. I was first licensed in 2011. I went full-time in 2013. It has always been something in real estate, but that's just real estate. This just happens to be the new topic today, and it's going to change. This is not like the sky is not falling. This is not the end all be all. So please don't get so wrapped up in it, caught up in it, let it take you down, let it defeat you. Stay focused on your goals. Let's talk about some of like the past changes in real estate. Remember when Zillow was going to totally do away real estate agents because Zillow was just going to be the end all be all, right? All right. Then, interest rates now are high, but remember when they were low, we dealt with that change. And then people were offering significantly over asking and waiving their appraisal, and sellers were receiving 50 offers. I legit have text messages that say, we went with another offer. We got 50 offers. We got 70 offers. Like, that was another change that we experienced in the industry. There were a ton of people getting licensed because they thought what they saw on TV and social media profiles looked so glamorous, and it was just easy, and you could just make so much money and not do anything in real estate. That was a change that we saw, an influx of agents. Just get your real estate license. We also saw agents leaving the industry because the market changed. When the market changed, it was at 2007, 2008. And then there was another change when short sales and foreclosures were like the hit. And all that change, agents had to pivot. If it's one thing that I have learned, it's agents always have to pivot and adjust their business. You cannot get too comfortable, even personally. Like, YouTube has been such a blessing to me in my business, but even that has changed. Like, the algorithm is algorithm. It's not doing what it used to do. So I'm like, can't even get comfortable there with YouTube. So, you always have to adjust and change. Always be pivoting, always be marketing. And so that's, got another one. Put your blinders on. I don't know if you've ever been on a horse race. And to be honest with you, I've never been to a horse race either, but I've heard this and I'm going to borrow it. When horses race, apparently, before they race, they have on blinders. I know I've seen a picture of this, right? When they are in the stable, they are focused on themselves. They are not in the stable looking at the other horses, wondering what the other horses are doing, what they're wearing, what strategy they're going to use. They are here. They are in their lane. That's my saying, in their lane. Find your lane. Be in your lane. Focus here. You got to be focused. Put your blinders on and do the work, right? So it's really hard this day and age. We have so many things coming at us every day, especially as realtors. Everybody's always trying to sell you something. Buy this, do this trick, yeah. So you have to put your blinders on, stay focused on your goals, serving people and doing the right thing. You're going to be good. So to wrap all of this up, I hope you got some gems and nuggets. And if you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. The takeaways I'm going to have for you is this week's video. It's going to be on Q4 planning and 2024. No, prepping. Yes. Q4 planning and 2024 prepping. So check out Thursday's video. Also visit natknowsre.com to take that quick quiz. If you are not connected and better connected in real estate Facebook group, join that. There are some there's a lot in there, but I dropped some downloads in there that you can just print out and just start jotting down ideas, things that you want to work on for 2024. And then I also created a one-page business plan. I'll drop it either in the Facebook group or I'll put it on my website so that you can grab that. And then lastly, grab my book, The Ugly Side of Real Estate. So all in all, the sky is not falling. We gonna be all right. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day. Bye.